The electrons which are present in the last shell are only moving. So some of them, not all of them, those we call as free electrons. So those free electrons are only moving. So that N counts those number of free electrons. And E is charge on one electron, and whose value is fixed, that is 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19 coulomb. Coulomb is the unit in which charge is measured. So SI unit of charge is coulomb. It is denoted by the symbol C. Okay. So coulomb is a charge in, it is the quantity symbol, sorry, it is a unit of charge. Now numericals, there are the numericals based on this part also. So that is, we have to find out the total number of charges or the number of electrons. It is not known. Charge is known, electrons is number of electrons we have to calculate. So questions based on this is how many electrons. So first numerical based on this is how many electrons can carry 1 coulomb of charge. So to carry a 1 coulomb of charge, how many electrons are needed? So what to do? We have to find out number of electrons. That is N we don't have. 1 coulomb of charge, that means Q is equal to 1 coulomb, that we know. Then we have the value of E also. Q is equal to N into E is the formula. So E is equal to 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19 coulomb. So use the formula. Q is equal to N into E. So what is N? N is equal to Q by E. So Q is 1 divided by 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19. So we have to find out this value. So how to calculate this? How to do the calculation?
Ma'am, the power on both of them will be -1.
Power on both of them is?
-1.
No. First this and these are the numbers. We will do that 1 by 1.6 we'll write. This 10 to power minus 19. It is in the denominator. We'll go to the numerator as
The power plus 19.
plus 19. 10 to the power plus 19. Then we have to divide this. Multiply with 10, multiply with 10, both numerator and denominator. So this will become 10 into 1 is 10. 10 into 1.6 is 16 into 10 to power 19. So 2 5s are 2 8s are 5 by 8, that is 0.625 into 10 to power 19. So if you write in a proper way, it is 6.25 into 10 to power 18 electrons are necessary for moving 1 coulomb of charge. To carry 1 coulomb of charge, these many electrons are needed. And 1 coulomb of charge is the least value of charge. And for that, these many electrons, when they are flowing in from one end of the conductor to another end of conductor, then only they carries 1 coulomb of charge. The actual charge needed is a lot more. It's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
For 1 coulomb
Yes, ma'am.
charge, you have to remember this number. This number without calculation also you have to recall. For 1 coulomb of a charge, how much electrons are necessary? 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. Clear? Because MCQ question also they might ask. So write down this.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, the charge of electron is minus 1.6, right?
Yeah, it's minus 1.6, but we are only here concerning about the electrons, so we are not counting the sign.
Okay, ma'am.
Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Do the next question. So how many electrons are required to carry 5 microcoulomb? So this is a sign of micro. So microcoulomb of charge. So 1 microcoulomb is equal to how many coulombs? Yes, micro word is used for everything. All the terms, all the physical quantities, we can use the term micro. Micro means 1
Ma'am.
micro means
10 to the power minus 6.
yes, 1 micro means 10 to power minus 6. So 1 microcoulomb is equal to 10 to power minus 6 coulombs. So 5 microcoulomb, this means 5 into 10 to power 6 minus 6 coulomb. So this is the charge. Q is equal to 5 into 10 to power minus 6 coulomb. N we have to calculate. So how many electrons? That is an N we have to calculate. And E we know that is equal to 1.6 into 10 to power minus 16, 19 coulomb. Okay, then calculate. Tell the answer. Got the answer? Yes.
Is it 3.12 into 10 to the power 13 coulomb?
I think so. 2.125.
Ma'am,
Yes.
3.125 into 10 to the power 13 coulomb.
13 coulomb. Yes, right. So here Q by E is equal to N. 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 is the value of n. So this is 50 by 16 into 10 to the power minus 6 plus 19 is equal to n. 50 by 16. It is 2 8s are 2 25s are 8 3s are 24.125 into 10 to the power 13 is equal to n. These many electrons are needed to carry 5 microcoulomb of a charge. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Further, now we have to see the current part. So what is current? Current is a physical quantity which denoted by the symbol I. I is the symbol used to denote current. Now what is current means? Current is a measurement of something. So whose measurement is current? So current is the rate of flow of charges. So when it is calculated from a one point, if it is a conductor like this way, it is a conductor, it is flowing from this end to this end. Here is a source. Through the source, if it is moving, the current is this electrons are moving. So that time from this particular position, how many electrons are crossing? The total charge is crossing this. We are not concerning with the number of electrons, we are concerning about the quantity they carried, that is the charges. So how much charge it is carried per second, that calculation, that measurement is called as current. So the amount of charges flowing through the conductor in unit time. It can be 1 second, it can be microsecond, it can be anything other things. So unit time, unit word in physics means one. So in unit time, how many charges, how much amount of charge will cross a particular point within the conductor? That is called as, that measurement quantity is taken considered as current. So current is amount of charges flowing through the conductor in unit time is called current. So when amount of charges, so it is a measurement our consideration. So that is how many charges are passing through the conductor per any particular area. If they are crossing, that counting is done per second, how many charges have been passed through a one particular position, or it is circulated within the conductor, that is considered as current. So current is a measurement of this quantity per unit time, how many charges are flowing. Actually these charges are flowing continuously, they are circling around the conductor continuously. So they are moving from here to here, they are moving from here to here, again it is moving from left to right, again left to right. This continuation, the circle is continuously happening till you have switched on the circuit. So whenever you switch on, the current is actually, these electrons are keep on flowing through this. But at a time, exactly how much electrons are flowing, that means how much charges is flowing per second. So that quantity is considered as current. And the current terminology is very, very important for the further things. To consideration, how many, what is the, this quantity, if it is known, then only we will get to know which appliance can we connect in that circuit. What is the safety measure, that is we can apply this designing of that particular that appliance, that is electrical device which we can insert, where to insert, and how much it can carry, means how much quantity it can carry easily. Otherwise, if the more quantity of a charges, if it is flowing through that, then it will get damaged. So how to consideration of all these things, so work on all these factors, exactly which bulb will work in that circuit and which won't work in that circuit, how to design a bulb so that it will work easily in your house. in that circuit we can connect that bulb. We can connect or we won't connect. And then again thing is that's why the bulb get fused. Initially bulb immediately gets fused, it will stop working sometimes. So why it works stops working? Many solutions, many reasons for all these factors which are actually taking place. The reason for all of them, the scientists got to know after getting to know the value of current. When they got to calculate the value of current, then they will realize that is exactly what factor we have to taken into consideration while designing any electrical device, and that device how to connect in the circuit, and how to use that in that circuit, how many devices we can connect in a one circuit, what is the limit of that. All of the answers for these questions the scientists got to know when they got to know the calculation part of the current value. So when they have started working on the current part, calculation of a current, they got to know. After that, they realized that is okay, we cannot connect 4 devices in this circuit. Otherwise, any one of them will not work. We can connect only 2 devices. More than 2 will not work out. Then it is, if we connect only one, maybe happening that is only one bulb is connected in that circuit, maybe it will not work. It will get fused, it will get damaged. So what has to be done? We have to reduce some quantity in that one. So we can increase the resistance of that device, so that everything we got to know when they have learned to calculate the value of current. So current value is actually the answer for many different types of problems the people have faced initially. Clear? So current measurement is for our purpose to understand some factors, to design electrical devices. The current, knowing the value of a current is very, very important. And how to measure the current? That is, we have to calculate the number of charges, amount of charges it is passing in a 1 second. So that measurement is called as current. So here it is, amount of charges flowing through the conductor in unit time is called as current. I will tell you one of the example of that. So current calculation is done in terms of charge per time. That means charge divided by time is the formula for current. Current symbol is I, charge symbol is Q, and time symbol is T. So I is equal to Q by T is the formula for current. SI unit of current in which current is measured. SI unit of I is ampere. This is a current is also a fundamental property, and it is also written as capital A. Either of them we can use it. We can write full ampere, or you can write as symbol A. Alphabet A, we can use it for measuring the current value. Okay. So it is by knowing the value of a current, that is the amount of charges which is moving in this circuit, we will get to know. Sometimes if the current capacity of a general bulb is approximately 5 ampere, lesser than 5 ampere, generally when we are connecting a bulb, any bulb in our house, so that's current capacity. That means it can carry a current of maximum 5 ampere. So it will work bright, means it will get lighted brightly when the current of the range lesser than 5 ampere is working in it. So when, if possibly, suppose due to some accidents, if more amount of current is passed through the current, that bulb, that means more charges has passed, so more energy the bulb got. So due to which what happened, more amount of light energy is produced, and along with light, more amount of heat energy is produced than a particular limit. And due to that, what happens? That bulb get fused. So to manage that limit, the current value, knowing the current value is very, very important. Are you able to understand? Are you able to understand this part? What
Yes, ma'am.
current means?
Yes, ma'am.
Current is only the measuring part. That is, whenever charges are flowing, that we say that current is flowing. And knowing the value of a current helped the scientists in many different ways. Out of that, one of the simple example, that is the bulb works with a capacity of 5 ampere. So that we know. So we have to connect a bulb in the circuit which carries maximum of 5 ampere. Through that circuit, more than 5 ampere of a current should not flow. So that we know, get to know. So that is the bulb circuits. So in the circuits, when we are laying the wires in the houses, it is always taken into consideration. That is a 5 ampere current wire has to be drawn, and that all the bulbs will have been put on that circuit. So that we got to know by knowing the maximum capacity of the current flowing through this bulb. So now if accidentally bulb get fused, so probable causes we can find out. That is, one of the reason is maybe more than 5 ampere of a current started flowing through that bulb. So therefore excess current that won't bear, so it got fused. So designing of the bulb, designing of any electrical appliance is always done by taking into consideration the value of current. Okay, so calculation of a current has to be done for that. The people should know the amount of current flowing in the circuit. So that calculation is done by the formula I is equal to Q by T. That is charge by time. So this is the current value, formula of a current. And it is measured, SI unit of the current in which it is measured, that is ampere. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then there is a to measure, how to measure the current then. So in a circuit, now what do you mean by circuit first? I keep on asking you circuit. What do you mean by circuit? Electric circuit word. You also heard many times, not many times you have heard the word as circuit. So what do you mean by circuit?
The current flow is controlled by a switch.
Oh, circuit means what? Janvi, when your mic will start working? I'm waiting for that. Okay, anyone? Aditya? What do you mean by circuit? Simple, that is a general knowledge question.
Ma'am, is it the flow of current from the object to the object, from the object to the object?
Okay, can be considered. Any other?
Ma'am, it is a pathway which starts from the same way and ends at the same. Starts at the same place and ends at the same place.
It is actually, circuit is the path in which, the path, closed path in which the current flows. It's a simple thing. A short, circuit is a closed path in which current flows. Closed continuous path in which the current flows. That path is called a circuit. That's electrical. The connections, interconnection between all electrical appliances is considered as a circuit. So when we represent this, and these all connections, when we represent in terms of symbols, actually we are not showing all the appliances in that circuit. Circuit is a closed path. In that appliances are present, battery is present, source of the current is present, everything we are connecting together. So that is a circuit. And circuit diagram means when we are representing this closed path of the current in terms of the symbols of the appliances connected. All the appliances, when we connect it, we are not supposed to show the actual figures of all the appliances. There are some symbol shortcuts or shorthand methods we are using, the symbols we are using to represent these all devices in the circuit. So that method, that representation, that diagram is called a circuit diagram. So there are for everything, all the physical quantities related in electrical appliances have some symbols. The symbols also you need to know. Some of the symbols you have to you will learn in this chapter. So this is a closed path of the all the flow of electrons, closed path in which the electron flows and through the appliances, through the different electrical devices is called a circuit. And the circuit diagram is a shortcut method of representing the closed path of the current electrical appliances when the connections between the electrical appliances in terms of symbols is called a circuit diagram. Okay, after this I will write down that one also. You will write down that one. So now here for the current, to measure the current in the circuit, there is a device is used. That device is called as ammeter. Ammeter is a device which is used to measure the current in the circuit. Ammeter is a device used in a circuit, electrical circuit actually. Circuit to measure current. Yeah. So ammeter is a device used in electric circuit to measure the amount of current, and it is connected in the simple circuit. If you see, I will show you. You know the battery symbol you have learned in 7th and 8th itself. So this is a symbol of battery, which is a source of current. So this battery is creating a one end of the wire has been connected to the positive terminal, and one end of the conductor is connected to the negative terminal. These are actually creating the difference in electrons and which allow the current to flow. So it is moving like this. Here suppose we have connected one bulb. This is a symbol of bulb. It is connected in this circuit with the switch. So this is a symbol of closed key. So this is the symbol of closed key. And this is the symbol. When we don't show dot, then that is an open key. Switches are represented by this way. This is the connection is not there, so it is open switch. And this is the closed switch. This and this dot. When they are tap over each other. So this is closed switch. Okay. So these are the different key or switch. Function is same. Close the circuit, open the circuit. Close the circuit, that is closing means completing a circuit. So don't get confused with closed and open keys. So closed key, that means we have closed it, so path is complete and then the current will flow through this. And when it is open, that means there is a space. So electrons cannot move completely. So path is not complete, the current won't flow. Open switch, current won't flow. Closed switch, current will flow. It's clear?
Mom.
This is a thicker rod. Bigger rod is positive terminal, and the smaller smaller line shows the negative terminal. So direction of current is always considered from positive terminal of the battery to negative terminal. Actually, electrons will move. I already told here. In this case, what is happening? The electrons are moving from negative to positive terminal, which constitutes the current. But the direction of current is taken opposite to the direction of electrons. That is from positive to negative, and that is shown by the arrow. The arrow represents the path direction of the current. So why direction of a current is taken opposite to electrons? We know that its current is flowing because electrons are flowing, and electrons are moving from negative to positive. But we are considering the direction of current from positive to negative. Why? Why we are doing that? Any idea? Is this because the reason of flow of current is due to electrons that the people got to know approximately 100 years after the discovery of electrons. Approx 100, I don't remember exactly. So after that many years, so when the electricity, they have generated or they have discovered about the electricity, electrical energy. That time they were not knowing anything about the electrons. So according to the other physical quantities, that time everything moves from positive to negative or higher to lower value. So higher value, positive is always considered as a higher and the negative is always considered as lower. So therefore they have considered is, scientists have considered the direction of current from positive to negative. So therefore the direction of current is considered as conventional direction of current. That is only for consideration and some calculation of something. So many laws are there. Why? And now you will ask me then why they have not changed now. After the discovery of electrons, the direction has to be changed now. Why we have not changed? What can be the reason? Now they got to know that is the flow of current is because of the flow of electrons. After discovery of electrons, they got to know. Then after that also why we are considering the current direction from positive to negative. Why we have not changed it? Yes. Can anyone guess? Are you able to understand what exactly I want to tell you?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, others, Jayant, are you able to understand? Aditya,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Rohit, both Rohits.
Yes, ma'am.
So now can you guess why this is happening? Why not we have changed it? We got to know that now the electrons current flow is because of the free electron movement. And free electrons are moving from negative to positive, but still we have not changed that direction. We are considering the direction of current is from positive terminal of the battery to negative terminal. The simple reason behind it is actually when they have discovered electron has been done discovery much after that. Until that, many laws, the different scientists has given many different laws based on magnetic field, based on electrical field, many Kirchhoff laws, and then many different laws are there, Gauss laws are there. So all these laws came into existence and everyone has given some rules which actually based on the direction of a current from positive to negative. Now, if you change one direction, what will happen? All those laws, there are many laws are there. All those laws will start changing. We have to change everything. So why to work on that? If it is not harming by consideration of the current from positive to negative, is satisfying many different laws, many different rules given by the scientists to find out some other directions. They have been utilized, used up. So why to change it? Any law has not been given reverse order. They have not been happening that this is a exception for that rule. Nothing has been an exception has been happened because of that. So due to that, they have not changed it. They have taken it same as positive to negative. So the direction of a current is taken from positive terminal of the battery to negative terminal of the battery, which is exactly opposite to that of direction of movement of electrons. Are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So therefore, electrons, so here, if this is a positive terminal, this is negative terminal and connected with the conductor. So electrons will move from negative terminal to positive terminal. So this is the direction of electron. But the direction of the current is opposite. That is positive to negative. This is the direction of current, which is opposite. So this is therefore it is always used a word conventional direction of current. Okay. So now this is a simple circuit in which we have shown the closed path. The direction of a current we always has to show with the arrow, and along with that we have to write I value, so which represent this is the direction of current. Now in this circuit we have to connect a device called ammeter to measure the current. So to measure, ammeter is measuring the number of electrons and calculating its charge. In 1 second, how much charge they are carrying, they are passing through that device, is calculated by ammeter. So the symbol of ammeter is this. So for representing ammeter, we are showing the circle. With the circle, wires have been connected, and inside that we have to write A. This is the symbol of ammeter. I will show you the actual ammeter, how it looks like. So which is connected in the series, in the path of the current. It is connected here. We have to cut that path, connect this ammeter here, and we have to write A. This is positive, so positive wire will come to the positive terminal of the A, and the negative terminal will move through negative terminal of the battery through the different devices. So negative terminal is connected to the bulb here. Bulb, the second connection has been taken to the key. Key is the second connection has been taken to minus terminal, negative terminal. So this means here positive terminal of the battery has been connected to the positive terminal of the ammeter. Negative terminal of the ammeter through devices, it will go to the negative terminal of the battery. So this connection is very important, positive and negative. It should be positive, it should be connected to the positive, and negative will connect to the negative terminal. This connection, when we are connecting the devices in one path, one after the other, they are connected in the one single path of the current, then such connections are called as series connections, series combinations. When devices, electrical devices connected in the same path, there is a path of the current, the charges are flowing through only this wire. Is there any other path in which the current can flow, the charges can flow? Is there any other path is there, or there is a only single path, this one? Is there any other path for the electrons to move?
No, ma'am.
Only this is a one pipeline through which it has to pass through.
Yes, ma'am.
That means the same amount of current is flowing through ammeter, the same amount is going to the bulb, same amount is passing through this key and ending into the this one, the source, battery, cell. So this means here all these three devices are connected in series combination. If you create a different path, means in between that we have created a different path, then that device is said to be in parallel. So when there are two different paths for the current to flow, then in those two paths, any devices are present, those are said to be in parallel. So there are two types of combinations are present in the circuit. One is series. Series means this is a bulb, one bulb, and the second bulb, this is a third bulb. It's connected in a one single path. Then this type of a combination of the devices we call a series. But if you created like the three different paths, and here you are connecting a battery, a bulb like this, and they have been again combined together, and after that they pass through towards the battery. It is moved. So in this path, what happened? When the current starts flowing in this direction, so it aims at this. When it comes to this position, what will happen? Which path it will flow?
In all the three directions.
It is get distributed here, here, here. It get distributed just like a path over water. If you consider, if this is a tap and the tap you open and through that pipe the water will go. So here there are three different pipes. What will happen to the water?
It will get distributed to all the three parts.
All the three, this equal some amount of water will get moved in all three parts. When it is moved through this, and at this point it enters, and again it will move back here. It will come back the same amount of into this one. It is the sewage part. It will come back here. So here what happened? All the three bulbs are connected in three different paths. There is no single path. There is a different paths of the current are there. So due to that, these three devices are said to be in parallel combination. This is series combination. This is parallel combination. Are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So therefore, now series and parallel you got to know. So how is ammeter connected in the circuit? In series or in parallel? It is connected in series with all the appliances, or whether it is connected in parallel to all the appliances.
Series.
Series one.
Series. It is series combination. So ammeter is always connected in series. So now how ammeter looks like. Ammeter is a measuring device. So here, this is the device called as ammeter. It has, this is a positive terminal. So that means from the battery, whatever the wire is coming from the positive terminal of the battery, whatever the wire is coming, it is connected in this knob. And the one wire which is moving from this negative terminal will go to the battery's negative end. Okay. Now it looks like this one. This is a measuring device. So therefore it has a scale on it. It is written MA, small m, capital A. A means ammeter. Small m will tell us milliampere. So milliampere. So that means it is measuring the value in terms of milliampere. So whenever, if we require in ammeter, we have to convert them into ammeters. Okay. Now here, milliampere. So this is the needle, is the arrow, which when we are connecting this in the circuit, and when you switch on, the current start flowing. That is the number of charges start flowing from one end to the other end. Now it will count the number of charges, amount of charges in 1 second, and this needle get displaced. It will show something, some value. Suppose it is showing this value. It is showing marking like here. So how much is the value shown? What is the value measured?
40 milliampere.
So it is 40 milliampere. That means how many amperes?
4 amperes.
You got the milli. Millimeter means? Millimeter to meter conversion is?
1/1000.
1/1000. So 40 milliampere is?
40/1000.
40/1000 amperes. So it is 0.04 ampere of a current is flowing through the circuit. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is called
The
as,
voice is breaking a lot, so can I leave and join again?
yes, you can leave and join again. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this dial and how to measure that, this one you should know, because sometimes the question is asked, ampere scale is given in the question. You have to count the value of that current shown by that ammeter's device. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this way. So this is a ammeter which is connected in the circuit always in the same path as that of the current. It is, therefore it is said to be, it is always connected in series. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Symbol of ammeter is this. This is a symbol of ammeter with plus and minus sign. This is plus sign, this is minus sign. This way we are representing in the circuit. So write down these points first. Here, one definition of 1 ampere. So what is the definition of 1 ampere of a current? What is the current definition? Amount of charges flowing through the conductor in unit time is called current. Then what is the 1 ampere current then? Current is 1 ampere. When it will be 1? When this fraction has a 1 value. So that means charge should be 1 coulomb and time should be 1 second. Then how to define it?
A is equal to C by S.
Definition.
Current flowing through the conductor is said to be 1 ampere if 1 coulomb of charge is flowing through the conductor for 1 second.
Yes, exactly right. If 1 coulomb of a charge is flowing through the conductor in 1 second, then the current is said to be 1 ampere. So here that's the reason it is written here. 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb per second, 1 second. So if 1 coulomb of charge is flowing through the conductor in 1 second, then the current flowing through the conductor is said to be 1 ampere. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So write down these points all. Are these points all clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, write it down then. Current I. So current actual definition is this. Amount of charges flowing through the conductor in unit time is called current. So definition. After this definition, this formula, then this part. SI unit of current is 1 ampere, and here write the definition of 1 ampere. One ampere definition till this part you reached. Have you reached this till this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Then write down the definition of 1 ampere. When 1 coulomb of charge when 1 coulomb of charge flowing through the conductor in 1 second, then the current flowing is said to be 1 ampere is said to be 1 ampere. Okay. Then ammeter is a device used in an electric circuit to measure the current. Symbol is this. Then draw the circuit diagram. Let's draw some symbols. This is cell. This is battery. What is the difference between battery and a cell? What is the difference between battery and a cell?
Battery is when group of cells are connected.
Yes, when cells are connected in series, more than one cell is connected in series with the other cells, then that combination is called as battery. And the cell is a single, one positive and one negative terminal is one cell. And this one, these symbols. Below that, write down ammeter. Is always connected in series to the battery. Okay, done this part.
Yes, ma'am.
Then draw this diagram. Again, draw this diagram. And below that, you can write conventional direction of current. Conventional direction of current is always taken opposite to the direction of electrons, direction of flow of electrons. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so direction of current is always from, that is from positive terminal of cell or battery to negative terminal of cell. Then the convergence, 1 milliampere is equal to 10 to power minus 3 ampere, and 1 microampere is equal to 10 to power minus 6 amperes. So this convergence we need to know for calculation, numerical purpose. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so numericals will start tomorrow. So right now, start with maths now. This part clear to you?